It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny Smith is here. Shaquille O'Neal. Big guy right there.
Wow.
And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Milwaukee, where the Bucks will be going up against the San Antonio.
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the San Antonio Spurs come in for this one. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Taking a look at Milwaukee. Guys, when you compare their performance last season to where they sit right now, not a whole lot different story. Not necessarily a big surprise either.
And right now for the Bucks, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Well, the goal is very defined. They have to have a strong finish to the season and make sure they get home court advantage for at least the first few rounds of the playoffs.
And the starting group for the Spurs, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there at DeRozan. Then it's AI. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Walker in at the 2 spot. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. Portis trying to free himself. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. And it's DeRozan with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs.
And Malcolm Brogdon, the son of a lawyer and a college dean, no less. His maturity and thoughtfulness certainly reflect that upbringing.
Now here's Bledsoe. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Indiana.
Ball movement was critical in this game. It did not stick with any one player, so his passing was on point, and he really picked apart the defense.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Mirotic against Kidd-Gilchrist. And Mirotic kicks to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over DeRozan.
Yeah, they're a little bit cold here. 0 for 4 to get this one going.
And the Bucks miss again. Basket is good. The assist from AI.
Gotta like the feed there from AI. On time, on target. These are things they work on in practice, trust me.
Bledsoe right side. Over AI. Rejected by AI. Inside, here's Walker. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, aware of everybody on the floor that time. AI knowing he could get that one to his teammate.
Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. But they recover it. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Bledsoe looking it over. Back to Mirotic. And again, the Bucks miss. The Spurs have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. AI passes to Aldridge. No good there. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Mike Budenholzer.
Well, Kevin, he said for them to be successful, they have to act like, and I quote, a swarm of angry bees, unquote, every time the ball goes into the post. If they don't, he thinks they're going to be in for a long night. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Here's AI after Eric Bledsoe's score. And the jam by AI.
Well, nothing was stopping them right there. Surge of force at the very end of that play, and AI to the rim hard.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Antetokounmpo kicks to Bledsoe. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his first foul. Brent, we're seeing shorter training camps. I don't know if it adds to injuries or takes away from injuries with fresher bodies. What do you think about that whole philosophy?
I believe that the shorter training camp did lead itself and lend itself to more injuries last year. And one of the things that I'm concerned with, Kevin, just on a physiological level for players, is that what they are doing to prepare themselves for the season as an individual player, working on your weaknesses and doing those sort of things, is not the same as getting into training camp and preparing yourself for your stamina, your endurance, and your wind. And I wonder if there will be some moves in the next couple seasons about trying to get off the individual training and get back to more of the endurance stamina training.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. And the Bucks miss again.
And the defense is just not very aggressive. Definitely fortunate that the mid-range jumper did not find the bottom of the net that time.
We've got Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo out there with Mirotic. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Bledsoe in at the 1 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Chalk up 2 there.
Well, AI is used to this. The defense is trying to be a little bit physical with him, but he's staying focused and he's staying in his game.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Kid Gilchrist. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. AI in the post, guarded by Bledsoe.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And from everything you hear about Giannis Antetokounmpo, he keeps a laser focus. Basketball and his family are his sole preoccupations.
And some have even compared Giannis to Kobe Bryant for his single-minded dedication, Greg, to improvement.
Yeah, you know, something of an introvert. Not a guy you'll find out on the town or schmoozing with other stars. He's content to save outside pursuits for after his playing days are done.
Well, Giannis scores inside, one of the best in the business at getting his feet wet in the paint, and a strong feel for the attack that time.
Here's AI. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
No defender is going to have a shot against that kind of play. He's just too tall to stop that close to the rim.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Portis. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Portis has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. AI left side. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
He's been on his A game, seeking good shots, and he's a huge reason why tonight they're winning.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the 76ers was superb. He scored 18 points and seemed to be playing in slow motion with a huge number of assists. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. He lifted his game to an unreal level that night.
Yeah, he showed how dangerous he is when he's at his best. And, man, he'd love to keep that hot streak going here tonight.
Would you guys be surprised if he doesn't keep it going? I mean, the only way to follow up a game like that is with an even better one.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Money from the wing. Antetokounmpo's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Now, you could just tell in his gait and in the look on his face, he's in a great rhythm after a terrific first quarter. He is feeling it here in the second.
With 1 on the clock.
Yeah, defensively, AI hard to shake loose. Plays through the clock and has the physical traits to stick with you.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the 3rd quarter at... And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at AI, in this game, he has been everywhere.
And we saw his work over the first 2 quarters, really pushing the action and consistently finding the open man.
And the offense is at its best when they get him the ball. Every time down the floor, maybe one touch to ignite the offense.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. He's out there with DeRozan. AI is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Walker in at the shooting guard. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. Walker's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Spurs. Bledsoe finds Mirotic. And it's off from three-point range.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And Kidd-Gilchrist gets it to go in.
And they've just been so comfortable at both ends of the floor. I mean, you'd almost think they're playing at home.
Well, the crowd got in here tonight and sat down, and that's where they stayed all night long, extremely poised, which has led to a monster lead.
Here's Brogdon. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
AI dishes to Kidd-Gilchrist. Good work there as it goes.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
A different look now for San Antonio. Ryan is checked in for Aldridge. Nerlens Noel comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Wyden for Walker. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based.
And San Antonio has possession. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip. Stolen by Bledsoe. It's Brogdon on the wing. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Brogdon's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Good shooter from behind the arc, selective when he does it. Love how Brogdon lets that one fly.
It's AI on the wing, guarded by Bledsoe. Now, here's AI. Tight defense on him. Clock at 4. Fades back. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Oh, AI's got it going right now, and you can only hope to try to keep him in spots on the floor. So far tonight, it hasn't been the case. He's running wild.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And Bledsoe, man, such a good, efficient combo guard. He can score, he can pass, he can rebound. What a tough cover.
Mirotic is checked in for Williams. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for San Antonio. It's AI on the wing, guarded by Bledsoe. Here's AI, off target at the rim.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle. You can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Bledsoe is out there with Brogdon. Then it's Olynyk. Then there's Nikola Mirotic. And it's Keller in at the 5 down low. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Here's Here's AI and the jam by AI.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
No doubt. His success converting around the rim is largely due to the one thing he does better than most, and that is fly.
DeRozan, that's good. Talk about what it means to be a good teammate, Brent. You've played with good ones. You've played with bad ones. I've always thought you were team first when you play.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. There's just an idea about what it is that you can contribute to the team. I think you always have to accentuate those ideals. Your approach on a daily basis has to be consistent. And if you're a starting player, it's one mentality. And if you're somebody that plays off the bench, you have to come to practice every day to push the guy that's in front of you and wait for your opportunity. But most of the time, it's that kind of consistency with which you come to work and the attitude of making sure that I want to make any kind of contribution I can for our team's success. That usually is a pretty good formula for a good teammate.
And Mirotic sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And the Bucks making a change here. Williams is checked in. Here's AI. Milwaukee with the rebound. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. And that'll be the first of a two-game road trip for them. Williams' shot is off. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for San Antonio. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Monday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. And then on Thursday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz.
And, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Bobby Portis is checked in for Kelly Olynyk. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Walker against Brogdon. Pass to Portis. Kicks it to Williams. One thing I like about Adam Silver, he is always looking to break new ground, push the envelopes, and develop new areas of innovation.
Well, always forward thinking. And of course, this league has always done that. Adam has found a new position in the league, having a chief innovation officer in place, somebody that's always examining not only how things are going in the league and maybe being adaptable to change, but examining what's going on worldwide. And you always see the way the league tinkers with and toys with Summer League and the way the G League competition sets up in order to try to find more ways to make the game more enjoyable or more accessible to the fan base.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, it's funny how you see so many picks, but this one sets up the defense well. No one rotates over. Bang.
And where's the fight defensively? I mean, you need stops to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, down by double digits, failing to shut down the lane. It has been a rough night.
Trying to cut into this lead, bad time for a miscue.
Yeah, they may have some ants in the pants right here. You just have to take what the defense gives you.
AI up top. To the middle. It's tipped. A nice shot by Medu.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Spurs.
As one-sided as it gets today, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for AI.
He came in with a focus and brought that dominant performance to the defense all night long, controlling the pace of the game and was firing on all cylinders.
He kicks to Reddick. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Noel, and good coming on the assist by AI.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching.
You're right.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. Here's San Antonio now. They're on a 16-6 run. 7-second difference, shot and game clock, and stolen by Portis. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Snell, that's good.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
It's a shame because this is the team we expected to see, fighting on every possession. I think it's just too late.
AI right side. And good that time.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
Tonight they have stuck with what they do well, handling all the exterior pressure, and they're likely to come out on top here.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew,